us his secrets on how he balances his life to have a healthy mind, body, and soul. For him, a balanced life is what made him successful. Mr. Ed, welcome to the show called Self-Made.
Thank you.
We want to know your secret. What made you so passionate about long life?
I am the eldest of a family of five, 4 boys, 1 girl. I was a fat kid, but I wanted to lose weight. And once I lost weight, I wanted to keep it trim. And that's why I've continued to exercise.
So you said when you were a fat kid, were you being bullied?
I was fortunately not being bullied. Even then, I knew how to make friends with everybody. So even the mga sigas, I knew how to have a rest back noon ng mga siga. Even if I was the fat one, I think I would share some of my food or my sandwiches that my mom made. So naging kaibigan ko.
Oh, ganon. So, siga ka rin.
Oh, para na rin ako. Barkada ko mga siga. Yes.
Okay, alright. So, when you were a kid, then what you want to be?
When I was a kid, I wanted to be the president of the Philippines, but I realized I couldn't do that. So next best thing, I become a president of a large corporation. I've been happy to have reached my dreams.
Why did you say that you can never be a president of Philippines?
Of course, I have high respect in our politicians, but I guess you really have the political clout anyway. Maybe I will serve in one day. I do serve anyway, unofficially, on other organizations.
So what is the president mean to you, the title president?
The president anyway has changed. Organizations are changing now. The old style, which doesn't work anymore now, is that with many layers. The president is the top person in the company. Now a president is still there, but we also give the young folks more responsibilities. They have more ownership. So now you can have a special project, but in a way, I will treat them as the president of that project.
Yes. What was your biggest challenges you experienced when you were young?
I guess one of the biggest challenges talaga is when we were growing up, because my father had all the vices, my mother was stay home. So there was also some financial hardship. So we had to make do with that.
Yes.
You would also lose face in a way because supposedly Ateneo ko na may kaya mo Atenista. Tapos minsan nagtataksi lang kami kasi wala kaming kotse. Ganun. Or part of it rin, wala kaming pangbayad ng tuition. So makikiusap ka sa cashier pag examine ka. Daan rin sa tiyaga, sa hirap at sa Diyos. Sa tao ang gawa, Diyos ang awat.
Do you believe on you're born with good genes or you make your own good genes?
Good point. I think some people are born lucky, they have good genes, especially the athletes. But more than that, even if you don't have the good genes, or sometimes you're born rich, you're suerte. But if you have lousy parents anyway, lousy figures, you will not turn out well. So I think the key really is what you want to be. That's for the youth. Diba? Even if you're poor, but masipag ka, matyaga ka, you will get somewhere.
But how you really find out who are you or what's your purpose at a young age?
Yeah.
How can you find out?
Yeah, it's really hard, but just you try your best. Even up to college, I didn't know what I wanted to be with career. But I think doors open, pathways open. So sometimes when you see that, you just take the risk and then it turns out well.
The best attitude to be successful?
I think one of the best attitudes really is always to have an open mind. Don't be closed. Especially for the youth, you should be mobile. What do I mean by that? If you're given a chance to go to the province, don't think of it as demotion. Bigyan a chance to go abroad, even if malungkot. Because that will test your character, that will make you stronger.
Did you ever think or did you ever act so positive since you were young?
Not really. I was also at some point depressed. No?
Okay.
I had mental issues in the past.
Okay.
I have to admit it that I was diagnosed bipolar, high functioning bipolar. So that I had some depression then, but I just get over it. Prayer, meditation, exercise, and I think that's a key thing now. People and the youth should not hide being depressed. They should ask for help. It is an illness, but nothing to be scared of. It is normal, and everybody's there. There are support mechanisms to help you, because mental health is in fact more important now than physical health, because physical health, there are so many gyms out there, but you see very few mental health gyms or counseling for the health.
When you were diagnosed with bipolar, did you ever think of committing suicide?
Yes, at one point I was so depressed I thought of committing suicide, but I also remembered to pray, and the sun rose the next day, and I just became positive, chug along, no?
Who is the first person you really connected when you were going through that depression?
My mother was always there, so we were very close to my mother. She was there helping us through thick and thin. And then other than that also, it was God. Kasi we pray a lot, not necessarily, becoming a priest, although I did consider becoming a priest, but you pray and then you
Yeah.
ask for guidance.
Being a man, how you became open by sharing that information to your mom or others?
It took a while also for me to admit this. I think I only admitted being bipolar 1 or 2 years ago.
Okay.
Okay.
So you hide that when you were a kid then? When you were
Yeah, no, I didn't even
diagnosed?
know. I didn't even know. I only got diagnosed 11 years ago because I was an
Oh.
alcoholic na pala.
Okay.
So I was successful, but I'm an alcoholic.
Yes.
And they said the reason I was alcoholic was because I was bipolar.
Okay.
Because bipolar, you can have certain addiction. So I turned into a positive addiction. My positive addiction is exercise.
Oh, I see.
So in a way, because I have that addictive personality, but instead of a destructive
Oh.
addiction like alcohol or gambling,
Oh.
I use exercise.
Oh, I see.
Now I am also, at top of my career. I want to share even my weaknesses.
But how you handle the criticisms? Because being the president of a big organization, suddenly you're also like alcoholic.
I was high functioning anyway, so I never had problems na
Okay.
lasing ka in the office. Nothing like that. So I was fortunate. I could even have hid it up to now if I wanted to. But I'm just sharing it so that people out
Can
there
learn.
can learn from it.
So by going through that, what's your best advice, especially for the millennials, especially the guys that it's so sad that so many of them are killing themselves,
Correct.
committing suicide. That's so sad.
That for me is the worst thing. Kasi it's okay you can be a little obese, konting exercise, you will
Yes.
lose weight, you can do IF. But my heart really gets torn when a son of a good friend or a neighbor commits suicide or a daughter. And generally, they get so depressed, maybe because of social media.
Yes.
Also, parang they get so pressured when they shouldn't be. My advice is, wag, that's not enough to take your lives away. There are many things to live for. Through thick and thin, the key really is family.
So what is the meaning of life to you?
Sometimes we're not just there for ourselves. While you're here, you make the most of it. The reason I'm here is to share with other people that, we can be troubled, we can be sick, but we can get well and make ourselves better and help other people.
So what's your best advice to Filipinos or to anybody, not only Filipinos?
No, I guess the best advice is attitude. Be positive, be mindful, be grateful, and as long as you're grateful and you have, you're tough, but you have aspirations, you will succeed.
Wonderful. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
I am Rebecca Bustamante, and this is Self-Made.